So we go from one match that I care a lot about to one I really don't want to. And that's Sheamus against Del Rio, World Heavyweight Championship. I've seen it before. They've dragged this feud on for like 4 months now or something. It
Has it
feels like
been
it's.
that long?
It feels like it. I don't
Oh
know.
my gosh.
It's what it was. What his first feud after Daniel Bryan, right? I think it started after that, and they kind of had the little mix-ups in between where they threw some other people into the matches, and Orton and Jericho got involved for a little bit, but it's basically been Del Rio and Sheamus, and they don't have too much to say to each other. It's the whole Sheamus is a hooligan. We get it.
They have not done a good job building this at all. Sheamus steals his car. He puts out a bunch of touts about eating burritos and spilling on his car. Who cares?
Yeah, is he trying to be like something that DX would have done, but not interesting? It's just,
It's a shame. I like both of these guys, and I think they both have potential to put on great matches. I don't think these guys have the chemistry for each other. You know, even the greatest wrestlers just do not work with some people. However, after this match has concluded, in which I think Sheamus will win, we will hear someone else's music play. And we will see the show-off Dolph Ziggler come down and cash in his money in the bank. And we will see a star born this evening of Dolph Ziggler, bouncing back from his loss and quote-unquote the big one, stealing the show before the night is over.
I would really like to see that because not only does that calm my fear of Ziggler not having anywhere to go afterward, but I do not like this title reign that Sheamus is having, so they need some fresh change here. And Ziggler is, if he's not my number one guy in WWE right now, he's got to be at least like number two or three. He's definitely up there at the top for me.
Mm.
So I'd love to see Ziggler win the World Heavyweight Championship, especially if it ends this fucking Sheamus and Del Rio feud. I really don't want to see another fucking match between the two of them.
Yeah, where it goes from there, I am not too sure. I mean, we're probably not going to see Ziggler and Jericho continuing for obvious reasons. So Ziggler is going to need someone else to feud with. So maybe it'll be whoever he takes it from, whether it be Sheamus or Del Rio, or maybe we'll get a triple threat for who knows. Well, we'll figure that out when we get to it.
And I think one factor with that might be Night of Champions coming up. They used to have enough titles that they only had the title matches. Past few years, they've kind of been throwing another match in there that's not a title match and all
It's
that.
all how they word it, because they don't say every match is a title match. They say all titles are on the line.
Right. Every title is going to be defended at the pay-per-view.
Yes.
So now you can pretty much expect that there's going to be at least one other match, if not two or three, for something that's not a title. And they're not going to do, somebody challenges for the Money in the Bank or anything like that. So Ziggler fitting in with the World Heavyweight Championship match makes perfect sense. Or they could do something along the lines of, we need to get all these people on the card and we don't know what to do, so let's have a bunch of multi-man matches. And now we've gotten to the point where Sheamus had to defend his title against, because I'm expecting if Sheamus is in this match with Del Rio, he's going to retain the title. Sheamus will defend the title against like two other people or three other people, and that wore him out. And that's when Ziggler cashes in the title. I'd rather see it at SummerSlam though. But I think that's the only factor that might kind of put a little hindrance on the SummerSlam cash-in is Night of Champions being right afterwards.
I don't think they plan that far in advance.
Maybe not.
I think that theory is bogus.
I'd like to see Ziggler winning the title though. That would help me out a lot more in this segment because if it's just Sheamus and Del Rio and then Sheamus wins and then they go to the locker room and then we move on to the next match, snooze.
I got it. I know who Ziggler will feud with after he gets that title.
Other than Sheamus?
Well, obviously they'll have the repay match, but the first person he gets into a real feud with,
Christian?
oh, Wade Barrett.
Barrett, you think? Huh?
Yes, the
You think
Barrett barrage taking on the Ziggler mania. That's
Not many Z words you can throw out there.
yeah, the Ziggler xylophone.
With the next.
The Ziggler Zoo.
You think that Barrett's going to come back as a babyface?
Oh, absolutely.
Hmm.
He's gonna be he's gonna have this new tough guy gimmick that's going with him, and I think it's gonna earn him the cool badass type guy.
I'm
Poss-
up for it.
I don't want to compare him to Stone Cold, but I think it may be that type of character when he comes back. He does wear black trunks.
He's gonna shave his head and start drinking. Next part, we're gonna talk about the Triple H versus Brock Lesnar match.